What's going on, NFL fans? Hope you're having a happy football. My name is Trace Gerard. We're going to be diving into your questions and hot takes, and I'm going to be reacting and answering all of those. But before we do, if you want to be a part of our coverage in the future or be a part of these mailbags, just subscribe, hit that big red button for 100% free NFL, college football, and NBA coverage. And if you turn on your notifications, you'll be notified anytime we put out some short-form content, our on-demand videos, or we go live. Without further ado, let's kick it over to Shamari Peoples. The Bills will be worse this year, in my opinion. I totally agree. I think that the Buffalo Bills will not be nearly as good as they were in 2023. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were the last few years. Like, to be honest, the Bills are a team that kind of, you were 11-6 last year. You won the AFC East. Like, these are things that I just don't see repeating. Like, I don't know who will win the AFC East. I don't. But I can tell you, I just don't know if the lack of Stefon Diggs, the lack of Gabe Davis, the lack of some of these players that you walk in free agency or you cut, like, I don't think that's going to help your team. I think in the long run it does, but in terms of next year, I think the Bills are going to take a little bit of a step back. Tony Fuentes, which wide receiver will be perfect for the Chiefs? I'm going A.D. Mitchell. A.D. Mitchell out of Texas just feels like a great pick for Kansas City. That's a draft idea. In terms of free agency, what about Michael Thomas? Go get the Saints pass catcher, the former Saints legend, or Tyler Boyd. I think those are options to look at for Kansas City. Epic Jet, who do you feel is the front runner for the AFC East next season? Dolphins, Jets, maybe still the Bills. Well, I just said, I don't know. So, good timing on this one. I'm going to say if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, the Jets are definitely a team to watch out for, but I think the Dolphins are probably the team I would pick. Clark Griswold, would you rather sign Justin Simmons or Quandre Diggs? I'm going Quandre Diggs. Or not Quandre Diggs. I'm going Justin Simmons. Let me make that clear. I would pick Justin Simmons over Quandre Diggs. Simmons has led the NFL in interceptions since joining the league. He's just so versatile. He's so talented, and he's a player that can be really good for wherever he goes. So I personally like Justin Simmons, but let's ask you the same question. Which safety do you like more? Just give me a JS for Justin Simmons or a QD for Quandre Diggs. I'm going to be typing my JSs, but this is your turn to get in the comment section. All right, Bulls Nation. New England throws a curveball and drafts J.J. McCarthy because there's rumors saying that they're going to bench whoever they draft for a little bit to learn the system. I'm going to just say this really quick before I get to J.J. McCarthy specifically. I think most quarterbacks should sit at least a little bit of time before being thrown into the wolves. I personally believe as NFL fans and as people in general, we live in a microwave society where we expect results like that, and that's just not the world and the reality of the world we live in. So I think that giving some time to a player and letting him sit, letting him learn, letting him study, and just get molded into the player that they can become is the right call here. Just going to put that out there before I even answer this. New England drafting J.J. McCarthy. I could see them going quarterback, but I could also see them trading back and letting another team go and get a prime quarterback, getting some of that draft capital to help with the rebuild and, take advantage in the future of that trade. So maybe that's something that could happen, but J.J. McCarthy feels like he could be a Viking. If you ask me, it feels like that might be the move there. Steve H., the Texans now focus all draft on defense. Yeah. Don't need a quarterback, don't need a running back, don't need receivers, don't need a tight end. Offensive line feels pretty solid. The Texans draft is a luxury draft. You can go pick defensive players, maybe go get a safety, go get some corner help, go get some DBs. Maybe go grab a defensive lineman. Don't think you really need it. Maybe a linebacker. Feels like it's a defense-specific draft. This is a good year for the Texans to have luxury picks. I'll tell you that right now. I love what DeMeco Ryans, Nick Caserio, and the Houston Texans are doing this offseason. Who shall not be named, Kanye West. You think that the Texans can dethrone the Chiefs? I think it's a little too early to say that. I think that the Texans have had the best, if not one of the best, off seasons this year. They've been really active in free agency, brought in Danielle Hunter, brought in Joe Mixon, brought back Stefon Diggs. Like, they're doing some really, really good things out in Houston. And I don't know. The big X factor is Patrick Mahomes. Like, can they beat Patrick Mahomes? That's the big question. I'm going to ride with Patrick Mahomes 9 out of 10 times just because of how good he is. But to be honest, I would love to see the Texans take down Kansas City. Now, I'm curious, how far do you think Houston can go in 2024? Do you think they can win the AFC Championship? Do you think they win the AFC South? Do you think they win the Super Bowl? I want you to tell me how far that they can go and maybe even their win-to-loss ratio if you want to go above and beyond. And if you want to go even further, not just in supporting us, but giving you the chance to make some lifetime memories and some lasting fun, download the Game Time app. Use promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. You'll get the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed. The prices drop as the event gets closer, and they have flash deals, zone deals, all sorts of cool promos. And on top of that, they also let you know whenever there's like a ticket promo or a game promo going on, like bobbleheads or scarves or T-shirt giveaways and stuff. And on top of all that, with the app, you can actually see what your seats are in the app, and you can move your phone around to see what your view is going to be in the app. So whenever you do that, it's really helpful. Look at the pictures on your screen. You can see where the seats are going to be. You can see the view of what your seats are going to have, and you can do that by downloading the Game Time app using promo code CHATSPORTS. Download the Game Time app. Terms do apply. It's the best ticketing app. I absolutely love it. Once again, use promo code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. All that information is in the comment section and description of this video. Maybe T. Higgins to the Giants? Maybe. I think that the Giants have an interesting trade package they could offer with a pretty good pick. Don't know if they'd want to trade their first-round pick. I don't think that T. Higgins goes for a first-round pick. But they do have intriguing draft compensation that they could, or draft picks that they could send as trade compensation. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for the question, Nick. AJ, the Cowboys trade Dak, CeeDee, and Micah Parsons to the Cardinals for Kyler Murray, this year's first, second, third picks, next year's 1 and 2. Okay, so first of all, I don't know why in the hell you'd ever want to trade for Kyler Murray. He stinks. Believe it or not, I got a pick 6 off of him in high school flag football, and my team beat him. So there you go. I don't think Kyler Murray's that great. I would rather have Dak Prescott over Kyler Murray. I don't know why in the hell Dallas would trade CeeDee and Micah Parsons and Dak Prescott. That's just not going to happen. AJ, decent idea, I guess. Here's the thing. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm not even offering this. And if I'm the Cardinals, I'm laughing at you and I'm turning it down because I'm like, no, I'm not giving you all of this and my quarterback. Like, no. I don't think either side of either side of this trade idea would be interested in it. That's just my opinion. If you disagree, rip me in the comment section. No. Kyler Murray stinks. Cowboys fans, you don't want anything to do with him. If you want to hit me up and you want to interact with me or ask me questions that didn't get answered on this show, feel free to give me a follow on social media at TraceGerard48 for both of the Instagram and X accounts. All of the information is on screen. I also put the links in the comment section and description of this video. All right, Mad Max, just a couple more questions. I think this might be one of our last ones. Where will Brandon Aiyuk play next year? Well, we did do a video about some trade ideas, and I did put out 4 Brandon Aiyuk trade destinations. I think any of these 4 teams could make some sense. Buffalo needs a wide receiver. Kansas City needs wide receivers. Pittsburgh, New England, like these are all teams that could use a bona fide pass catcher, a wide receiver 1. I also do think that he's sticking around in San Francisco, though. Like, if I'm John Lynch and I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm doing everything in my power to keep him around. I don't see a world where Brandon Aiyuk leaves. But, I've been wrong before, so who knows? All right, I just kicked Stan. Who is Stan? I don't know. Let me know if you know who Stan is, because I wouldn't want to kick Stan. Stan seems like a cool dude. Can any team from the NFC win the Super Bowl over the Chiefs? Yeah. I think the Niners could beat them. I think the Eagles might have a chance. I think that Cowboys can't win a Super Bowl. Sorry, Cowboys fans. It won't happen. I mean, the Falcons have had a decent team. I don't know if they can win the Super Bowl, though. I think that any team can beat Chiefs. It's not so much the doing it. I think it's the mental hurdle and the mind game of it, of what can happen with the Chiefs. I think that the Super Bowl champion over the next handful of years is going to be an AFC team. I think the AFC is much more loaded than the NFC is. But that doesn't mean that the 49ers or the Eagles or some of these other crazy good teams, the Rams, who knows what they could be. The Packers, who knows? The Vikings, who knows? The Bears, who knows? I think that there is teams out there who could beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But Stan, I appreciate the question. So we were going to ask this a second ago, but I want you to answer this now. Where do you think Brandon Aiyuk plays in 2024? Do you think he sticks around in San Francisco like me, or do you think he gets moved to a new team? Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. And as always, y'all have a happy football. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.